Hello, thank you for tuning in. Today we are going to discuss podcast Video Palace. Video Palace is a story that follows Mark Cameron as he attempts to solve the mystery of the white tapes. These white tapes are unmarked VHS tapes that give psychological effects to the viewers. In Mark's case, he began sleepwalking. This alarmed him, which started his investigation as to what the VHS tapes are, why they're unmarked, and why they exist in the first place, and what the disturbing images that were on the white tapes were for. In particular, today we're going to be discussing episode 10, the finale to Video Palace, at least the first series, hopefully, to Video Palace, called The Stack. In this episode, Mark ventures off to Randy's Video Palace without Tamara knowing, because they discussed that the investigation would stop, and Mark agreed to it, but he didn't really agree to it. And so, he goes off to Randy's Video Palace because he feels that they're so close to solving the mystery of the white tapes, which audience who followed the whole entire series can agree that they were getting really close. And once he gets there, he discovers though that Randy is the head of the cult that created in the basement of Randy's piano shop. That's where they find that there's 8 TVs all playing white tape videos, and Randy discusses that there are portals. And in the background, there's chanting from probably members of this cult that Randy created, and Randy says they're creating those white tapes. And then a mysterious figure with no eyes, which in the old place where the Video Palace was originally, which you can assume was the original HQ for the white tapes, the town that surrounded it knew this man. They called him the Eyeless Man, which we can assume now that he was involved with Mark's disappearance, that he's involved with the white tapes, and he is real. He's no mythology. Then it cuts to Tamara, because unfortunately Mark ends up missing the next day once the recording that Mark made was downloaded to the cloud, and Tamara noticed that he was missing. She calls the police, they investigate the area, they go to Randy's piano shop, find nothing. No sign of struggle or anything like that. But what they do find is a clamshell, which is the thing that encases a VHS tape, kind of like a DVD box, but for VHS tape. And unfortunately, they couldn't find anything, and there's no trace or anything in them, so you can assume that Mark's gone. But at the end of the podcast, there's a knock. No, there wasn't a knock, but she comes home after visiting Kat in the hospital, who is unconscious due to a car accident. She finds an envelope, unmarked, and cushion. When she gets in her apartment, she finds another white tape. She plays the white tape, and who can we hear on that white tape? No one other than Mark Cameron. So personally, I think it was a great way to end the series, because these are big cliffhanger. I kind of hated the ending, but at the same time, great way it ended. Because now everyone's gonna want another series. It's wanted, it's sought for. Like some things, the story ends and stuff, and sequels not really needed, but this needs a sequel, which I like it. And it's great because it does answer some questions, like is Randy behind all this? Is the Eyeless Man is also involved with this? And how actually it also answers where Mueller is, and he was or we can assume stuck in the windows that the TVs were that they were discussing. And yeah, it answers questions, but then opens up more questions and doesn't give you a straightforward answer to the mystery, which again creates a new opening for another series and more viewers, and makes a great job of making a story. Now, my reaction to it, I was definitely hooked. The whole, just almost biting my nails throughout the whole episode. Because I was very into this whole podcast. Like, I loved it. And then knowing that this was the finale, I know this was it. Something's gonna happen here. And then knowing that Mark was almost trapped in the audio footage that he had, and that was pretty intense. And then when it cut off after, like, he was screaming and stuff, and they were saying he doesn't want to go, and all of a sudden it cuts off. I was like, whoa, what just happened? And it was kind of expected, to get to the end of it, but really, it just kind of got, it's almost the tip of the iceberg, Details in this episode were great. It really got into the intensity that a finale needed. It had a lot of secrecy and just anticipation for what's gonna happen, because Mark being all quiet and secrety, and whispering almost in the podcast, especially when it was leaving his apartment while Tamara was asleep. Really adds a lot of intensity, and him whispering while he's getting into Randy's shop and stuff like that. That also added that extra oomph to it to make it this is the climax. It's top of the hill. It's getting going, and then when he gets caught, it's raspy, in and out kind of audio also adds a lot of enthusiasm and intensity to it. I was like, oh god, this is getting serious. And then when the audio cuts off and it goes to Tamara being the narrator, that's another great detail, because then that adds oh my god, what happened to Mark? Why isn't he here? What happened to him? Just curiosity and the gears in the brain moving, oh my god, now there's more questions, there's more of this, which is great way to end the series, because then that keeps the listener intrigued and wanting more and wanting a whole new series, another season 2. So my thoughts are, for hopefully that there's going to be a season 2. My thoughts that Tamara's, of course, they're going to go after him, but I don't know if they're going to. It's gonna be hard to find him or Mark again, because the new VHS tape that she got, it could be a whole different thing, a whole other series of VHS tapes or white tapes. And I think she's if there's a new series, she's gonna catch up to him, but it's gonna be just gonna be that much more. And she's gonna need a lot more. She's probably gonna have to go to the police about it. And I think they'll have to get involved, and she'll be talking to the deputy or investigator or something like that throughout the whole series. That would be her partner instead of Mark, since he's gone. And Kat will probably be coming back to help with the audio and maybe decode something from the new white tape that Tamara has now, and maybe she might be even drawn into it so much that she becomes part of the white tapes too, like how Mark, he got dragged into it and he got kind of enslaved into this cult. Maybe she might, now that she watched her own white tape kind of thing, Mark started, he's seen the one, maybe it only has impacts one person, and then Tamara, you know, she got a brand new one, and that's gonna impact her. And she might even start sleep talk and all that. But maybe we'll just have to see. Overall, I thought it was a great finale, a great way to end it, and I really, really hope there's gonna be a season 2. Like, fingers crossed. And yeah, other than great series. Loved it. And now I might have to look into some other podcasts too, some other of the mysterious horror genres, because they really played it out well. They gave little details throughout 10 episodes that keep the reader, or the listener in this case, intrigued, and just kept them wanting more and more and more. And I thought that was great. I thought it was a great series. I loved it. Really wish there was a second series, but no, just have to wait and come. So thank you for stopping by today, and good night. Don't worry.